You gotta talk to me, Nikki. I think here last time. Do you need to use that again?
Oh yeah, can I?
Then go sit everywhere.
Yep.
I need to go to the library.
So do that now. Yeah. Yeah, do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me I got brain Yeah. So you have to select your data and then just grab all that and then insert chart, and it's super easy to customize to make it. It's the one that looks like the boxes. Insert chart, yeah. It's the ones that look like that. And sometimes it'll just guess it for you, and it'll pick the right one. Sometimes yeah, that one. Now on the side here though, click customize and make that look however you want. That's another thing I do. Oh, it's okay. No worries. I got you. So, right. What's your logo? Right, that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll make because a lot of yours are in the 100,000s. You have a couple that go into the millions, but most of them are in the 100,000s. Your stems can be like 3, 4, 5, and your leaves are just the other 5 digits, 6 digits. So like you're gonna put like 5 or like 3, and then 90144. And then next to that, in that same row, because it starts with 3, and you put the next 5 numbers. Okay. All of the ones that start with a 3 will go in the first one. All the ones that start with 4 will go in the next one. All the ones that go with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So your stems are going to go like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then that's going to be a million. And then you can jump, yep, exactly. So eventually you're going to get 80. You can just skip all the ones that don't have it. Yep. Okay, so scroll back to your data. It's all about what it looks like. So if your numbers have 2 digits, and then some of them have decimals, some of them don't. So what I would think is that like your stem could be like 32, and then you put like 5 for the 0.5, and then next to that 8 for the 0.8. And your next stem would be 33. So all of your 33 point whatever will go in that row. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the way down. The last stem will be 43. And so whichever ones start with like the first 2 digits go first, and then like the ones next to that one will go first. If you don't have one because it's like exactly 36, then what's up, Nick? You started? Mm-hmm. I was kidding it now. I was over my head. Thank you. So are you done? You want to just show? You want to show? If anybody does finish today and you want to present your work, I will throw you 5 points on top of your grade. How about that? Jesus, okay. So the histogram, so select all of your data. Like rabbit. No, just column B. So like go to B6, click and drag all the way down. And then insert chart. And it's gonna guess what you might want. It could like randomly pick a histogram, and it's nice. Perfect. Now go over here and customize. So you're gonna have like chart style, that's what histogram. You can like change the titles, like make it look however you want, like kind of play around with all that customization. Huh? No. So I'm just gonna look at it. So your Google Sheet is where it all exists, right? All your stuff is all in there. So I'm just gonna look at it and see like, all right, what was her conclusions? Does her graph look good? She put in the right formulas. So it's like you're presenting it to me, but not
face to face, I'm just gonna here's your presentation. You just hand it to me. I have to look at it. That's basically what's happening. You just handed it to me digitally. But I could pull it up, and you could talk to us about it for 5 minutes, or you could not, and that's cool too. That's your choice. Okay. Love it.
But I need more room to do it.
You want to move all this down? The box pop, you got the box pop here. So the box, did you delete the box plot yard? There was one on the template on the website.
We deleted everything under it.
So let me send it to you. I thought I heard somebody.
Rosie, I'm all done with my project.
Yep. Yep. I will send you both. I guess like an email. Open up your email, or whatever's easier. Can you do that super quick? I don't know. That might jump you onto mine, so you might have to log off. I think either way. Oh, you know what I'll do though? No, I'll do this. I'm gonna drop it into that sheet right there, so you don't have to go anywhere. Let me do that. Because I'll just pull up the template, and then I'll pull up yours, and I'll just put it in an empty box somewhere. All right. So. So Nikki, look at cell D37. See it? Okay. And then Sid, I put the link in K39. What's up, guys? Okay, so we got to look at your numbers. So it looks like you've got 23. So I think the easiest thing to do is to make your stems numbers to the left of the decimal. And then your leaves, each of those will be the decimals to go after. So like you put like 22 right there, and then here you put 14 and 49, 58, 81. Like when you get into the decimal point, you put the numbers that go to the right. So all of your 22s will be in the first row, all your 3s, you put like 23, and then whatever decimal. So then each box represents one of those that all start with the same. Yeah, so your stem is the number on the left. Yeah, so you're good there. Yep. Did you see it?
Yeah.
So click on that. So super easy. So and then you can you got it. So go to data upload. And right now it's got sample data. We want to paste our own average. And so we're going to put it in that box. You got to go back to your sheet and copy all of your feeds. You ended up taking out the. So we're going to copy that. Yeah. Taking that box. Voila. Oh, because you have. I would take them out here and then copy it over. It might be easier. Like that.
Actually, an hour. 2 minutes.
minutes.
Too much.
So we're going to do that. We can do it really quickly. Watch this. So watch this. Go to this next box. I'm going to make this super fast.
Okay, good, because I was like,
Equals. Just equals. Yeah. Now, we want to take this number and change it from minutes to hours, right? So if we do that, all we have to do is divide it by 60. So watch equals. Click on that box. And then do divided by 60.
no way.
Look.
Was it hours?
Now we've got a bunch of decimal stuff in there. So watch this. Click on the C. So select the whole thing. Let's go format. That's got two. Yeah, click that one and then just reduce the rest. Click that one. Now, it's one right there that has that point here, which is over one run. So twice, and then get rid of all the decimals. Yeah. Now all of these are one. You still gonna have to go in and get rid of those. But there's only one comma instead of
I
like two or
just
three
don't
for each one.
understand, like, there's so many things in here that, how do they just expect, like, normal people to understand how to work with these people?
It's like years of like practicing,
There's
like
too much.
there's so much.
I was gonna
You
ask,
don't, you have
I was gonna ask you
no
how to put
idea.
the color of the bag.
We can do that. We can do that. We'll mess with the commas first, and then we'll go back to get the. Oh, I love that. That's perfect.
Great.
Now we want to do the box plot that goes with it. So.
When I click on it, the comments go away, look, no comments. But,
Oh, you press enter and then come back.
yeah.
Yeah, you type. Oh, you know what you do? Oh, even faster. Click B. I don't know. It's gonna like. Let's see. What format? What number? Zero. I'll copy this. Okay. I just want to see if somewhere you might have deleted it. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna paste, I'm gonna put it right there. Jason. Are you on box J28 right now? Yeah. All right, look. A couple boxes below that. I just dropped that link right there. Then go to the first box. Now, eventually, what we're gonna have to do is copy the data. Go back to your, and then go to like that column B, and like click and copy, and drag. Copy it. And then in that box, so now, there it is. Now, see how it's up and down? Let's turn it sideways. Scroll down. Now, because you're on Chromebook, there is no nice way to like click and drag this on the desktop. So what I'm going to do, now that you just did that process, look, outliers sitting out there, there's bonds and irons sitting out there. Everybody else is here. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to, come here. Let me show you how I'm going to do it. Because you just did it, but on that computer, it won't work. So I'm going to do the exact same thing that you just did. Because I can then drop it onto my desktop. So copy that. Go to this website. What I can do is I can grab Grab this picture. And back to yours. Where do you want to put it on the side right here? So let's insert image on top. You just don't want to have a desktop to drag it on. So this Chromebook save a lot of memory, but not. There you go. So now if you go back to yours, that's sitting right there, and you can put it wherever you want. You can mess with how big or how small it is. All right.
Do I copy and paste your data? I tried it and it's just
So now you don't have to. So go back to that. Now,
Like, however long I was down there, I don't know.
it's up and down. Scroll down to the next slide. Scroll right there.
My man.
Now go up. And so here's the thing. Because it's good, bro. The issue with the Chromebook is it doesn't have a desktop. You can click and drag if you want to. So come here. Follow me. Come. Sure.
This is a fun thing.
Sit in it. Let's go. I'm just gonna do exactly what you just did, but I'm gonna be able to put it on my desktop. So I'm gonna click on website. Visualization. Horizontal. I can do something you can't. I can click. Let's put it right there. This was a struggle yesterday, big time. I don't know if you guys were watching, but I was trying to help somebody. I forget who it was. It was Kyla or Emily or somebody. It was rough. All right, so now it's sitting there. Now I can put it somewhere. Where do you want?
I was gonna put it like
Right over here?
Yeah, because I don't want it to like go like a lot around.
Okay, so insert an image over the cells so you can just kind of move it around wherever you want.
Because the data in the leaf plot made it look ugly.
Okay. All right, cool. Now it's sitting there waiting for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
You got it? So now if we go back to yours, it should just drop there, and now you can. Yep, there it is. Change the size, move it around.
Thank you.
It's okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
Upper boundary, just there.
All right, so click on view on the menu, and click show formulas messages. Oh, it's because it's not E13. It's supposed to be plus, not minus. So it's like you clicked and dragged it down. Here, let me bring up. And it's not like a copy and paste kind of thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's these formulas exactly as they're written.
Yeah.
So make sure that what you have matches that. Oop. Come back. That's what those formulas have to look like. And for outliers, like I didn't have any, but maybe you do. So I wrote the word not. So fix your formulas and just make sure every box looks exactly like that.
Thank you.
Yep. Awesome. Beautiful. Yeah, I like it. So click on the back. Go to that right there. Get in the first box. Yeah. And it'll help us just draw the box. Now, the thing that we're going to have to do, because you're on Chromebook, I'm going to actually have to do it for you, but I want this. I teach you. Now, this is like sample data. We want to but back to yours, go back to column B, where all of your data was the first time, and I click and drag it to select all of it. Copy it. sideways. Scroll down a little bit. Now, I'm gonna do that exactly what you just did over here, and I'm gonna paste it into yours for you so you can move it around. Hayden, make sure you change the title of that so it has your name in it. Yeah.
Did we change mine to minutes? Does that mean I have to redo my 7-week block to change that to hours? I don't know if it.
Are you done with everything else?
Yeah.
Then might as well just do it.
Yeah.
It should just be equal mode with the same V6 through V35. That means that you don't have any repeats in your numbers, because mode is the number that shows up the most often. And so if you don't have any repeats, then there just isn't. So that's good. So if you click on data visualization, right, there it is. What we want to do is we want to get that picture into your Google Sheet. And so yeah, drag it to the desktop. Go up to the top on the left. Yeah. You go to the left and you click the green circle, top left. That should, there you go. And then just click and drag it. Go back to your sheet, and it should just call itself like download or something. All right. Okay. Let's do insert. Tyson, let me know when you see it show up. There you go. So now resize it, move it around. Whatever you need. There you go. Put the box off whatever you want. Change the size, trim it down. There's a lot of empty white space there. You can crop that if you'd like. And then conclusions, yeah, you got your stem and leaf, you got your histogram, you got your box plot. Now you just start to tell us about, all right, like, what do these tell me? My data looks, pretty evenly spread out, or there's a super wide range, or I've got some outliers, which means that those are whatever. Just make some conclusions based on, I didn't have a lower boundary, but I had an upper boundary that got me some outliers, or my mode says NA, which means I don't have any repeats in my data, and I didn't actually have to look at every single number just to see if that's true or whatever, right? 3 to 5 sentences should cover it. Good to go. And I'm going to start grading these tonight because it's due today. Okay, so perfect. So now. Doesn't have all of these. Go back to your sheet. You read it. Click on V. Custom number. I'll do the same thing. Copy and paste your data. Because what that box did was it thought your commas were separating one number from a different one. You're just using commas to tell hundreds of thousands of thousands. That should do it. Yeah.
So I just deleted everything so I could start everything.
That's fine.
Okay, but so I don't know what this is. What that's going to do here. It goes from 1 to 2 to 2. It's the big numbers that follow.
Right.
I'm looking at these specifically.
Okay. So
Even so,
I think we can. The repetition for you sometimes like you have like a 240 something and a 240 something else. Scroll down a little bit. Let me see. If you,
There's a lot.
no.
They're all good.
So maybe what you can do is you can say all the numbers. Like you can
It
just do
would
your
look better if I
first
just do the
number
first one.
and then the next box. Yeah, let's do that. So like your stem will be 1, and then your first leaf will be 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 7, 0, 0. But then now it's 2s, okay, and then so yeah. I
I
like that.
definitely look better to going after it.
That should be, and it's probably easier that way too. You won't have quite so many stems.
Yeah.
Sideways. So let's go down. No. You like that it has all the dots, all the time dots. No, it's intense. Oh, there you go. So either one's fine. Yeah. This just okay. You want now. Easiest way to get it in is to like drag that onto your desktop. So yeah, you can drag this drop. I'm sitting there and I'll go back to there. And, like, put in that box. Image over results. This is not the and then you drag it. Drop it in. Yep. Yep. No, you can get the image. Yeah, so you did all of the editing in the website. Now, if you don't like the way it looks, we can like you can come to mine and like play around with it a little bit. It doesn't nearly have this. Yeah. Sure. I don't know that it's open, but give it a shot. And let us know if it's not open. Then, because I think what they have to do, I think they have to kind of like close down after breakfast, clean everything to kind of get ready for lunch. Subway not being open. Yeah, give it a shot though. Patrick, how we doing? Doing all right? Need anything? Any questions? Sweet. You just let me know. How about all my lovely people at home? How you guys doing? Any questions? Emily, you want me to look at it? Let me do that. Emily, look at yours since you're here, and then so you can yourself.
Yeah, can you look at mine?
Yeah. Emily, your list of outliers, do you like that they're like at the bottom left there, or does that bother you?
It's fine. I like how it looks.
Okay. Because it's really easy to like center that up and in that bigger box if you want. Stem and leaf looks good. Histogram looks good. Box spot looks good. I like it because you've got those outliers over there as circles. Where's your So the last thing you gotta do is you gotta write up. I think we ended up deleting it, but there's I don't care where you put it. Maybe just put it like right underneath your data on the left, like row 59 or row 60 or something in column A or B.
Okay.
You know what I'll do? I'll do this. I just put a little green box right there. See it?
Yeah, I see it.
You should be able to just like double click in there and start typing, and then you can change it. You can get rid of the. I'll get rid of the background color for you. Can change whatever you want. And just like 3 to 5 sentences on what you see. Like you don't have to look back at exactly which states are which. You can if you want, but just kind of like looking at the histogram or looking at the box plot. Like, oh, I have a couple outliers, and those states are significantly more impoverished than the rest of the country or whatever it is, right? So you're kind of like looking at, and I think the easiest ones to look at are to look at the histogram and the box plot and jump to some conclusions about what those graphs say about your data. Kind of in some of the ways that we've been talking about. Outliers versus, where the mean is, where the median is. And you can always go back and say, hey, this state was the one that gave me that outlier. And so, whatever, just 3 to 5 sentences right in that spot, and then you're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Jack, you want to talk?
Yeah, I just need help with some of the equations, and my dog keeps whining right now. So if you hear that, that's
That's all good. All right, so let me go to yours. All right, so let me pull up. So Jack, can you see what's up behind me?
yeah, I can.
So if you go into those boxes and type it exactly as I've typed it, it should work.
Okay.
So go through and like change all of your column E yellow boxes to look like those exactly, and it should fix it for you. All right, so do that. Guess who cleans them between every class? I know, it's just so terrible. Look at that. How'd you do? All good? Yeah. If you press enter, it should stop. Good. Now you can like get rid of the yellow, like customize and make it look a little nicer if you want. If you want to get rid of it in every box, you can just like command. So let's click out Command A twice. Command A. I'll just want that good. And then the ink can drop down and reset will empty it. And then you can mess around with like let me show you one that was kind of cool. Oh, that's the one. Right here, Nikki Logan. That was Ian's. He always makes it look really cool. So just kind of like mess with the background just to make it a little bit more visually appealing, if you want. That always looks pretty cool that way. So. All right, last 15 minutes if I can help. Now's the time. This is due before midnight tonight, and I'll start checking it tonight, really. So let me know if there's something I can do to help you out.
Hey, Rosie.
I don't know. Yeah, what's up?
Can I just draw it and then like copy and paste it onto the sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to actually do all of it digitally. Anything you want to do by hand, yeah, then you can just take a picture of it and drop it in there. That's cool.
Okay.
Yep.
That project? Or that's something different?
No, yeah, what he's talking about is like, can I just draw the histogram by hand? Can I draw the box plot by hand? Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, some people prefer to do stuff by hand, and I'm all for that. Missing anybody? Oh, Maddie. Was it open, Jay? Yeah. I think they close at like 9:30. I think they close right before the start. So if you need something before class, like as soon as you get done with second, go straight there. It might still be open. If not, you might have to go like between first and second if you want to get like during first. Yeah. I know they're starting to close earlier so they can get it ready. Yeah. Big difference between having 30 kids here and having 700. So. But first dose vaccine tomorrow, 12:15, baby. Get my first one. I'm excited. Super excited. I get my first vaccine tomorrow. Yeah. Pink Supers. Cottonwood.
Is that because you're a teacher or they're just doing?
We're
Okay.
part of the phase 1B rollout, yeah. Because they, at this point, seniors over 70 we're and frontline workers, we're kind of like phase 1A. Phase 1B, I think it's like 65 and over teachers, like nursing home workers, like people that work with vulnerable populations are next up on the list. So we got a text at like 5:30 this morning. As soon as my wife woke up, she said, boom, sign. And all of today was already filled and half of tomorrow in like 30 minutes. Yeah, crazy. So, but a lot of the teachers at Pondo signed up. So we all got the, I think a lot of us all got the text. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, my parents have gotten both of their doses. They said the second one was rougher than the first because it's a booster. So I think, okay, like the first one's pretty mild in terms of how much of the weakened virus they give you, right? Because that's what a vaccine is. They take a super, super weak, like they heat it up so it's almost dead. I don't know if it's heat, but they do something to it so that the virus is almost dead, and then they stick you with it so that your body can fight it quickly. Once it recognizes that that's the, whatever it is, the bacteria, the pathogen, in this case a virus, it builds up recognizer cells, right, mRNA. And so now all of those are just floating around my bloodstream, like looking for it again. So it builds up these cells in your bloodstream that just like bouncers for one virus. They just float around looking for that one thing, right? And if it spots it, it attacks it right away. If it doesn't spot it, then it lets everything else go. But then, sure, once you have those antibodies from the first vaccine, the second dose is stronger. The virus isn't quite as weak, so that the body can recognize it, attack it, and build up immunity. So it'll like, I know it knocked my parents down just for like a couple days, just like a flu vaccine would, right? They're both viruses, but they're very different viruses, but the process is still the same. But bacteria are alive. Viruses are not living, which is weird, right? Kind of. It's not dead versus alive. It's together or broken apart. And that's what the mRNA can do in your bloodstream, is it can find it and like breaks it down, like attacks the DNA structure and tears it apart. Pretty cool. So yeah, I'm stoked. And I think it's, if you get your first one, you have to get the booster within 14 days. I think, something like that. So I should be good to go. And I'll feel a whole lot better.
Although I have one question.
Yeah.
So I've heard about people who have gotten the virus, but they they got it down.
Yeah. There are variants. Like the flu, there are over 200 strands of the flu. There's like 5-ish, that might not be the right number, but there are 5 variations. It is mutating to try to like survive, right? Everything tries to survive, even the things we don't want to. So yeah, there was a UK one, there was a Brazil one, there was one here too, right? There was one that like they found in Colorado at Air Force or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple people got sick down in the Springs with got the vaccine and then got sick again. They weren't sure why. So it's very rare though. It's very rare. But it's, yeah, I mean, it's still a little scary getting a vaccine that is pretty new. But the thing I keep telling myself is I'm way more likely to get in a car accident on the way to get the vaccine than to have an adverse reaction to the vaccine. Significantly more likely. So, I feel pretty good about it. I'm still, I really am. It'll keep my family safer, and that's what I'm most worried about. I'm most worried about my son because we took him off his heart medication. He's got tachycardia, it's like an arrhythmia kind of thing. He's fine with the medication, but we took him off it for a month to see what happened, and we put him on a heart monitor for 24 hours, like all hooked them all up, and so like a big like cell phone like belt holder, like you know, dads in their 50s have attached to their, at least my dad in my 70s still has that belt. And it came back that he went through 6 episodes of arrhythmia during that period, where his heart rate at one point got up to 235.
Is that like fluctuating heart rate?
So he's got pre-ventricle, like it wants to, so like the blood goes in one side, gets pumped to the other, right? It goes in deoxygenated. The lungs send oxygen to your heart, the blood in your heart, and then it comes out oxygenated, right? Because it goes in, goes around, the oxygen goes to all of your blood cells, all your muscles, whatever, and then it comes back. So if there's no oxygen in, it goes to your heart, gets oxygen in again, and heads back out. But so in order to separate as it works through the 4 chambers in your heart, spots have to open and close. Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a, like an example I can think of is like a butterfly pavilion where they have 2 doors, or like a bird sanctuary. They have 2 doors. Like you open this one, you go into like the middle set, you gotta close this one, and then open this one so none of the butterflies get out. That's what your heart does. Your heart opens a door, blood comes in, closes, oxygenates it, and then this one opens so it can go back out. It wants to open too early. Like this one opens, blood gets in, closes, and it wants to open again before this side opens. And so that speeds his heart rate up. So I'm afraid that if he gets sick, it'll put more pressure on his heart and not deal with that. So, because it affects the lungs. The lungs do bring oxygen in. Why? So it can oxygenate the blood. The lungs and the heart work together. So I'm just worried about that. So getting vaccinated, I'm super excited. Hopefully, at least be able to like fight it better. And if I can fight it better, maybe I don't transmit it as well if I do end up getting it. But you can see, like, I'm not wearing scrubs anymore. I don't think that's gonna make a big difference. But, yeah. So 12, 15, 12, 13. Anybody else at home have any questions? If you guys are good, then you can head out for sure. But if you want me to look at anything before I actually look at stuff tonight, let me know. Make sure your stuff looks good and is ready to be graded. Now, I'll try to start doing that tonight, but of course you have until midnight to get it done.
Hey, Rosie, can you look at mine?
Of course. Let's see.
I just don't have the stem and leaf done.
Okay, then let's talk about that one because it might make it.
Yeah, I need help with my stem.
Do once I see what data you got. Okay, nice. Damn, 285? Are you serious? Whoa, that's crazy. All right. The data looks good. Histogram looks good. Box plot looks good. And look at that box plot. Look how far away that outlier is at 285. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so for you, I think the easiest thing to do, because you have some numbers that are 2 digits and some numbers that are 3 digits, I think what we can do is we can make your stems like, let's see. I think you have 2 choices, and I'll let you pick whichever one you want. You can make your stem, so like imagine like 59 is like 059. 75 is 0.575, 0.87, so that every number becomes 3 digits. Like imagine, you know what I'm talking about? Imagine those two numbers just have a 0 in front. We can call them 3 digits. What you can do is one of two things. You can either make your stem the first digit, so like 0, 1, and 2, and then each one of your leaves becomes the last 2 digits. So like, for example, like here, I'm gonna drop something in. Like it could look like this to start. See that?
Yeah.
I hate that those 3s don't have the 0 in front. Whatever, but that's fine. That's okay. So you can do it like that, where your first digit, like your stem is the first number, and your leaves are the second ones. Or you can make your stems the first 2 digits, and your leaves are just the last one. So like 1 and 2, break it up that way, or do 2 and 1 and break it up that way. The way that I've done it is 1 and 2 so far. So I kind of like got you started on that, and so like all of your ones, anything that's in the 100s would go in row 9 next to the ones. And then anything that starts with a 2 would go in row 10 with the 2 digits. So you might have to go out pretty long, like you know, into like columns S, T, U, V, which is fine. That's cool. It's up to you.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
How do you make it so that when you type into it, say like I type, it just extends it? How do I like
So click enter so we get out of the box. So format. Yeah, I know. I almost always go to wrap. If it's shared with me, it is turned in. Yeah, you don't have to send it to me on Canvas or anything like that. I'm just gonna go through my roster and just go to my drive and make sure it's there. Yep. Is it Instagram, right? Instagram. That looks good, yeah. I don't know how it happened, but like my phone downloaded this app called Newsbreak, so like sends pushes to my phone. And so I'm signed up for like Aurora because I live up there, Colorado, US. I get some Parker ones too, and I got one this morning for Parker. Woman seen slapping grocery store employee after refusing to wear a mask. Parker. Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. So it's Whole Foods or something. Police in Parker asking the public's help to identify female seen on video slapping a grocery store employee after being asked to wear a mask.
That's really weird how those things work out. That's such a coincidence. My mom also slapped someone.
It's so weird. I can't believe it.
Wait, really? No.
Doesn't say what store. It has like a screen grab from a security camera. It doesn't show the slap though.
Doesn't it show the slap? Go on World Star, I bet it's on there.
It shows like the post slap. It's like I can scroll and it's like other.
There was a woman that didn't slap a grocery store employee, but she threw like an actual childlike tantrum. This is a girl moving, by the way, like in her like late 40s. And she sat down on the floor and railed about having to put on a mask, and it was daily from her fear.
It was like a 2-year-old tantrum.
2-year-old tantrum, and she already had the mask.
And it was already there. So
Which
she
was
forgot
hanging out of her
it.
ear,
Yeah.
and they got to put on, and she sat down in the middle. Proud of indignity of it all.
You can't try to attach logic to things that don't make sense. Yeah. So go back. Let's click on view.
That's from a
That's Exactly.
Oh, because you have min, that's why, because it's min. It's min quartile, it's like a picture of that, so you can do it
Yeah,
later.
no, I didn't. I was doing some of them and then just popped up with suggestions.
Oh, yeah, so don't,
Yeah, I just.
the
I didn't
suggestions are not very good most of the time,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It's like, oh, you pick minimum for your first formula. Do you want that the next 30 cells? I don't want minimum again. So yeah, I don't like those. So I've actually like on mine, I've turned off the suggestions. They're almost never
like pushy or whatever.
yeah. Hi Emma.
Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Wonderful. Let's see how your memory is. Look at you. What number does it say on your desk? 24.
The great Kobe Bryant. In the same.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. What's up, Sam?
Bro, shut up. Shut up. Yeah, that's my bad. I just have to shut up.
Thank you. Yeah, see ya. The back of the room is above this top row. Okay. So we just. Oh yeah, same as last time. I think this is where you sat last time. This is what I know, but so it's from the perspective of a teacher. So if a teacher's standing here and it's like subbing for my room, he or she is going to look out this way. Yeah. It's more for that purpose than anything else. That should be 18, age should be 20. So Sam, is there a 14 on your desk?
There's 12.
Son of a gun. What? Maybe I'm just backwards. Oh yeah. You're right. It's snakes. That's all good. These should be the same seats as last time, but I might have made a mistake. I don't know. Andrew should be 10. Lydia should be 8. Ethan, you at 6. Yep. Sweet. That makes Noah at 4. I think this is where we were last time. All right, Natalie, you're 18. God, I keep doing that. You're right. Thank you. I love these.